Buenas noches, welcome, hello everybody. We are back in Mexico for your fifth and final dosage of MRC for the start of season 9. This tonight is MRC X. That's right, your X-rated Friday night starts here. Thank you for those who come back to play with us every week, and thank you for everyone who's taking part. We love you all. Speaking of people I love, well, we've got a very special man with me in the comms box today. The roar of Simba is present. Despite a busy schedule, he's just about turned up on time, ready for some X-rated action. Simba, how are we?
Good evening, Mr. Blowhole. I'm quite well, thank you.
Wonderful.
And yourself?
I'm fantastic. It's X night. And I said X, not something else there. I just realised that sounded a bit dodgy. It's X night with MRC. What more could anyone want, of course? Although we must put a quick note of acknowledgement out here. Connor, who's the man, the myth, the legend that normally here on the airwaves during MRCX, is actually racing in MRCX for the first time.
It's a very unusual comms box this evening, that's for sure.
It is. I feel like we're stepping on his toes here.
No, he needed a chance to race. He kept saying last season, I really want to race, and I'm like, I do comms, but I'm in a fight for a championship.
Yeah, I think we can let you off for that, I suppose. It's a justifiable excuse. My excuse was I just want to race, which doesn't quite ring the same bell. But, you know, same for Hodgie. Me and Hodgie were just like, no, we're racing tough. Anywho, we've, for those who aren't familiar, X is the fifth and final instalment of MRC, in which we have a mixture of drivers from all four of our tiers, including reserve drivers. So some of the drivers you may see, you may be familiar with, some you might be less familiar with for the time being, but you will become familiar with them. We also feature the player cars rather than the usual team liveries, so we have a livery of the day vote, which myself and Mark will conduct towards the end of the session. Sometimes we'll give it to the bright, crazy liveries, some of them will be throwback retro liveries, and some, well, they might be personal to a driver. And yeah, or in the case of Connor, there might just be someone that he's bought off of someone else for 10 quid off eBay. You never know.
Or in the case of somebody else, it might be made by the girlfriend.
Yeah, big shout out to Saviour and his lovely girlfriend, who of course designs brilliant liveries every week. Come on, Track Saviour, show us what you got. We love your girlfriend as much as you do. Anyway, I'm not going to say any more because I'll get in trouble. G-Stars on a lap. Marky Poo, do you fancy running through a lap with the man, the myth, the G-Star?
Where is he? Where are we at the moment?
Just heading down to turn 1.
There we go, into turn 1. It's a little bit wide, but I'm sure we can recover that. Nice and tight for 2, same for 3. Back on the power nice and early, ready for the DRS zone. That should be his flap wide open. Building up, and brake about the 100 metre board. Really nice inside line there. Always got that sector really well hooked up. Where are we now? The double right. Hopefully this car in front gets out of his way. Yep. So he's going to move over to the right, ready for the flick into the left, into the S's. If you're familiar with the real life, this can be an absolute nightmare. Catches out even the best of drivers, but he's done it perfectly. Final DRS zone, coming down into the very unique stadium section. Nice and tight on the inside. There we go. Off he goes wide. Can he hook the hairpin nice? Really well done. You can see why he's a tier 1 driver. I bet he's going to have a stonking time on the board, just coming around the mantle corner now, hooks it nice and tight, and we've got a 117.2. Well done.
Cracking banker like that, to be fair. We just saw a whole host of times coming through. Hodgie with a 17.7, Kaiser Soze 18.0, B17, Boldy 18.8, Jackster 19.9, Remax 20.6, and Sergeant Billy Bob, Uncle Sam, Fireman Sam, Sam I Am, oh, God knows what to call him nowadays, in P7, the 22.5, so a host of banker laps on the board. Let's have a flick through some liveries, actually. So, have you seen any so far that have been early shout-outs that you quite like, Mr. Simba?
Not quite yet. I'll have a look in a minute. I'm just watching with DRS Julian, see how he's getting on, because I've been giving him a few tips recently.
Ah, see. Is this the new protege for the Simba?
Possibly. I mean, I'm happy to help the lower tiers, help them improve like I did. Unfortunately, it's just invalidated.
It's a quite nice livery, actually, that red and white and black. Although, generally speaking, I wouldn't sew those rods. But it's quite smart. It's quite nice, metallic. Red, white and black, especially red. He's giving us a weave. He's watching the stream while driving. Be careful, Julian.
Kid Dynamite, wow.
Yeah. Middle-aged Dynamite. As well, I was discussing with him earlier today, this should be his real name, is Middle-Aged Dynamite. Popping in a lap just to remind us all that he is still here, he's still awake and kicking. And
as I nicknamed him one time last year, the Middle-Aged Banger.
Yes, that's a brilliant name, that. But Dino, we're going to call him today Dino Dynamite, with an interesting silver and bronze livery, which is weird. He's a champion. Get the bronze off the car, lad. Get gold on. You've just won championship, lad. Oh, Dino. Come on, lad.
Then again, I did that for the final race last season, and it didn't go too well.
The silver and bronze for the gold star man is a bit of a weird one. But speaking of gold star, G-Star, he's put in the pits. He's got a gold livery today. Woomax. What a livery he's got. Oh, let's have a look at Lorpy's too then. Hold on. Where's Lorpy?
That's quite subtle, is that?
Is that an Alpha Tauri sort of knock-on livery, that?
It could be, yeah, couldn't it? But it's quite subtle compared to some of the really in-your-face ones like Single Track with his Jordan.
I'll come back to Single Track short. Actually, no, he's going in the pits. We'll have to come back to him later. Woomax is very bright. Look at Woomax. If you value your retinas, don't look at Woomax's livery.
Have you seen,
but I think it's great.
Have you seen these 17s?
Oh, let's have a look. Carl Radbands. You know what, mate? That, I don't know where to look. Black, white and green. That's the Halloween cat livery. That's he's not designed that. That was an unlockable content from the game. You are disqualified from the livery of the day competition, Mr. Carl. I expected better from you. I expected better things from B17.
No, I didn't even pick up on that.
He's even got the matching helmet. Getting back on Gav in his helmet cam. That's matching. Hold on a minute.
Confetti Creeps is a little different though.
Laurentier's just gone and popped in a 16.6, and he's also not using a personal livery. He's just picked one from the list as well. Right,
that's the basic St George's Cross.
It is. I'm not being funny, boys and girls, but we want some creativity, please.
Have you seen Confettis?
All right, let's have a look at the Craigo. Where is it? Ah, here he is, P17. Ooh, I quite like that. That's a mix between like Stars and Stripes kind of livery, like the Americas, and the Spanish livery. If you were to put the American flag and the Spanish flag together, that's what you get.
Pretty much.
I quite like it though, actually.
Mr. Sullivan's gone for a very dark one.
Oh, the Geckmeister. Let's just finish Confetti Craig's lap because it looks quite quick, and then we'll jump on board with Matthew Gecke. Matthews.
Hopefully he doesn't invalidate this time, because he was on what looked like a good one last time and he invalidated it.
Confetti pops it to be 4. Let's have a look at Gecke. Oh, that's not bad, to be fair. Black and red is simple. For him, that's very tame and calm. And he's not a tame person. He's crazy.
What's Hodgie got on?
He likes to blind people with yellows and...
No, that's actually fairly tame for Hodgie.
For him, that's very normal. I mean, for anyone else, I'd say that's kind of crazy. But for him, for El Hodgio, that's rather nice. I quite like that, you know. If you were to change the yellow for red, that would almost be McLaren from 2006 when they had the John Player and the Santander logos on it.
Yeah.
With Raikkonen and Montoya in it. That's what that would almost be.
Potentially pushing a few later years where they went to Vodafone as well.
Yes, exactly. Hodgie pops to 17.4. That's P5.
God, that was my fastest lap from the other day. It was something like that.
It's still a good time. G-Star's livery, gold and red. It's not bad, you know. I quite like that. It's quite a good contrast, the gold and the dark red.
You see, that's a champion's livery.
That is. That is a Kid Dynamite, if you're listening, middle-aged Dynamite, pay attention to Ben the G-Star, because he knows, and he's popped a good lap in, 16.8, to displace Kid Dynamite with the livery he should have ran. Are you listening, Dino? We're talking about you here.
I mean, he's getting middle-aged. Might need to save him checking.
Yeah, I mean, he's currently on a lap himself. Hold on, can I see rain? Am I seeing things or do I see rain? I swear I can see some rain. It's raining!
Sure.
It's raining! I'm on board with Dynamite, it's definitely raining. I'm not going crazy, everyone. It's raining!
It is as well.
It's bloody raining, everyone!
Can the banger finish his lap before it affects him?
Can middle-aged Dynamite actually do something you thought, oh wow, did we fire him up? Have we just wound up the Dynamite because he's just at a 16.614? What a lap.
Gauntlet. He's like, yeah, take that before the rain hits.
Take that, that's something that middle-aged people like as well, isn't it? That suits him. Anyway, oh, sorry everyone, I will behave. Neil, let's have a look at Neil 1997. I presume that's the year he was born, or his favourite number, who knows? He's gone for the Golf McLaren kind of livery, so, yep.
As
we
always.
like that. Yep, we like that. It's not very original for him, but we do like it. It's very smart. It's very nice. Gecko we've looked at, the black and little hints of red. Jackster. Now, this one in Discord earlier was discussed as being a bit of an alternative take on an old McLaren, which I quite like, actually. I think it's quite nice.
Sort of the late 90s West livery.
Yeah, I really like it, you know. Hopefully Jackster can jack the car up the grid from P16 where he currently is. He does improve by 0.3 of a second, but it's still P16. So let's have a little flick through. DRS Julian with a very red car. We've discussed already. It's quite nice. Lorpy, we've discussed. Anthony. Black and green. Is that a marijuana? Oh, no, he said it was a Breaking Bad theme, but it looks more like a marijuana theme to me. What's your thoughts on that one for Anthony?
Let me jump on and have a look.
He's just gone P6 with quite a good lap, 117.4? 117.6,
yeah,
sorry.
I'm kind of thinking that your description is a bit better than Breaking Bad description, but
yes.
I could see where he was going with it.
Yes.
Having watched the show a few times myself.
Oh, he's just lost it on the rundown to turn 4. Maybe he's doing a little celebratory. I'm watching
Jackster's
stream.
just retired.
Jackster's Gonski. That's not good.
In the S's, by the looks of it, I think that track's starting to get wet.
It's getting soggy. Does this mean we're going to see no more liveries? Oh no!
Because Julian's really just struggled to improve his lap by less than a tenth.
By the way, Night Shadow's out. There's a livery we've not seen. Gavlar Night Shadow is on the track, and actually, I'm not to be biased to other admins because people accuse us of this, but Gav's livery's really nice. The gold and green.
What did it get described as earlier? Was it very Victorian or something?
Well, I must have missed that. I wouldn't be able to comment because I
Just
didn't see
looking back
it.
at the moment, because it was Ryan that said it.
Oh, Neil's gone as well now. But yeah, no, that's quite nice from Gav, actually. I mean, if it was anyone else, I'd say it was really nice, but it's Gav, so it's okay.
Yeah, he said very Victorian. And I kind of agree with his assessment there.
It's okay. Ooh, we've got a car coming out of the garage that we haven't seen yet. Is that Kaiser Soze? It is! Kaiser Soze, currently P7. Have a look at that. Blue and purple. I'm not sure the purple works with the blue, but it's different.
Wow!
It tell you what, again, your retinas. They're going.
It reminds me of a certain person's footage.
Ah, now, would that be Melvin?
Yes!
Melvin's footage. I love you, Melvin. If you're listening to this, or if you hear this back, Melvin, I love you, mate. I promise, it's just nothing nasty intentionally, but your footage, you film it on a potato with a blue filter on it.
I'm glad he's found the beauty of YouTube.
Oh dear.
I don't think my retinas could have coped.
To be honest with you, I was debating going to Specsavers. Kid Dynamite, despite the soggy, super slippery conditions according to Martin Hills in the YouTube chat, has decided to go again on the soft tyre. So, is he mad, or is he just about to prove that he is actually a robot all along? Has anyone met Kid Dynamite to prove that he's actually real? Because if not... Oh, wow, what a slide from Kiddo. Kid Dino with a huge drift out of turn 3. That was well held.
Scott, I believe he knows him in real life.
So Scott can vouch that Kid Dynamite is not an alien, robot, or AI, or any form of cheat. He's a real person.
He could be an alien.
Or is Scott just covering for him?
I mean, we've all seen Men in Black, alien in a human suit.
Exactly. See, I'm glad you knew where I was going with this. Right, Kid's abandoned his lap. Dino knows. Dean, that's not the track limit. That's not where the track goes, Dean. Get back online, drive properly. Yeah, he's taking inspiration from Bergen, his new hero. They're taking inspiration from Bergen, the hero, the Willy boy. Gav's a second half down in the first sector. I'm thinking the track's absolutely finished. DRS is now disabled yet. No one's going to set that
that's it. Game over.
Who's on the track that we've not looked at? We need to look at single track's livery at some point because we haven't seen his. We haven't seen Sergeant Sam's livery.
Buzzing Hornets Jordan is single tracks.
We'll have to have a little look at that. I don't think we've seen Sam's livery unless I'm forgetting. Saviour's not even left the garage. We've definitely not seen his livery. But as we know, his girlfriend designed it, so it must be good because she's great.
If she designed it this week.
Geke, I hate to say this, I'm not going to call out on stream, but that was an interesting way of taking a main straight. Anyway, Geke, you're better than that.
Moving on.
Moving on swiftly. B17, we haven't really looked at his, or Connor's actually. We've not looked at Connor's properly either, really. Here he is! Connor's coming on track, everybody! Finally, just to talk about him. Is that Mercedes livery? Is that a Mercedes livery on Connor? Surely not. I mean, it does look very silver, black and green. That's the Mercedes livery.
What is he doing?
No. That is a Mercedes AMG Petronas Motorsports super amazing Lewis Hamilton livery.
Otherwise,
on Connor Hodgson. That's teal green. He just got it's the lighting. It's the lighting. That's teal green.
There is on some the rear blue wing. On there.
No, that rear wing's green. That's definitely green. I'm ignoring the blue. It's green. That's a Mercedes AMG Petronas livery on Connor Hodgson. Not Connor. Yeah.
Connor Hodgson. It can mean Connor Hardy.
I just mixed Connor and Mark together. Connor Hodgie Hardy. Connor's running a Mercedes, everyone. I can't believe it. He hates Hamilton and Mercedes. He's a fantastic, massive Ferrari fan. Connor, give us a wave. If you're listening, give us a little wave.
If it's a Mercedes, I'm expecting to see him ploughing a wall.
If it's a Mercedes, give us a donut after you cross the line when the lights are out. We know it's a Mercedes, Connor. We know it is. Anyway. So, Ant says he must have lost a bet. Mandy's horrified. And Geke says, let's not talk about what I caught you doing on stream. Yeah, let's not talk about that, Geke. Martin Hills says, no, Mr. Simba, it's not bench in the hedges. It's a bitten and hisses, Jordan. Hiss. Is there a snake in the room? I'm going to leave that there. I don't want to go there today. I don't want to get caught up by Martin and his baity comments. We're not having the cream of the Singapore soup. We're not having one of those moments. I'm not doing it.
I still want to know what Connor's doing with his life.
Well, I heard that he took such inspiration from Jarno Opmeer yesterday, winning his first esports race of the season. And as me and Kid Dynamite said, he's better than Jarno, so he's taken the livery. That's what I think it is. Can't be any other reason. Anyway, we digress. Minor details in racing was happening while we were talking absolute rubbish. Kid Dynamite, Dino, the middle-aged banger, pops it on pole position with a 16.6. Laurentia on his second race in MRC pops it P2. G-Star P3, another fantastically good lap. Sergeant Billy Bob Ham Sam in fourth with Hodgie fifth. Ant P6. Keita Soze seventh. Confetti Craig P8. Connor P9 on his MRCX debut with Rumax P10. Single track 11th. B17 12th. Law PP13. Night Shadow 14th. DRS Julian P15. Jackster Neil. Skeke Matthews Saviour round up the grid, and we only have just 19 drivers because people keep not checking in. Less of that, the better. Martin's claiming he's innocent with his comments, saying the bit in his livery. Oh no, yeah, no, they did actually do an animalistic version. But he's not trying to catch me out this time on the livery chat. Although, let's be real, Martin, can you blame me for thinking you were trying to? You've got history, sunshine. And I know,
history.
And you've had 2 gin and tonics, so you get a bit brave when you've had a gin and tonic, Martin. Anyway, the less said, the better. It's looking sunny now. I also heard
he's had a bottle of wine with a picture of Rob on it.
I heard that he just drank the bottle of Rob. Anyway, it looks rather sunny suddenly in Mexico. Where's the rain gone? Where's the rum gone? To quote Captain Jack Sparrow, where's the rain gone? I want
Why is the rum always gone?
Why must the rum be gone? Anyway, we have a formation lap to quickly flick through the liveries again. Pop in the chat if you like any of them. We'd love to hear what you think. So, Kiddo Dynamitio, with his silver and bronze livery rather than gold. Let down, Dino. I expected better from you. Laurentier, we've already seen here, he's got the Union Jack livery. G-Star, the gold and red. Quite like that. I'm a fan of that, you know. If Dynamite had ran that livery, it'd be more appropriate. But you know what, G-Star? I'm a fan of you, and I like your livery too.
That
Good
gold
man.
and red is like the Jordan that I tried doing last season.
It is, actually. I like it. Sergeant Billy Bob Sam. Right. He's gone for a red, black and blue kind of theme. That's not bad. Bit contrasting. Mark, we've already said we quite like the silver, yellow, black. For him, that's tame. But it's still
very
chrome.
Tame.
It's still chrome. It's still going to blind you. Anthony, marijuana. Oh, we'll say less. Keita Soze again. He's gone for the blindy tactic. Confetti Krieg. For me, it's between Confetti and G-Star so far. Both have gone for gold and red, interestingly. Connor. I really like Connor's livery. But that's because I like Mercedes.
You're not allowed to vote for him, you're biased.
Correct. Woomax. I like Woomax's as well, you know. That's very nice. Red, green and white. Then Martin with the buzzing, hissing hornets and snakes. Hiss. The classic. B17, you're disqualified for having a non-original livery. Lorpy with an Alpha Tauri style one. Quite like that. Night Shadow. Again, the gold and green looks great. Julian's, the red, white and black. If it wasn't Manchester United colours, I'd like it. Jackster. Black, red and white McLaren livery. I like that. Neil. Blue and orange, sorry. I like it a lot as well. Geke. It's okay. Red and black's not bad. And then Saviour. Finally we see Saviour's car that his girlfriend has designed.
Red and black.
Yeah, what's with the red and black, everyone? Is it because I'm on comms and you want to wind me up with Man United colours? You lot are evil.
Probably.
You lot are evil. Hold on, what's this camera looking at the front of the grid from? Look at that! Anyway, we've got some lights. I don't know if... Oh, no, there we go. I can't see the lights from here.
Well, we're away.
But the graphic at the bottom says, oh, we're away, finally, here we go. Dynamite and Laurentier side by side heading towards turn 1. We've got a 5-a-side on the way down to turn 1. Sergeant Uncle Sam, Confetti Craig, Mark, G-Star and Keita Soze. Ooh, set abreast into turn 1. Don't crash, boys, we got a collision.
Oh,
no. Sergeant Sam is round. It looks like he had a collision with G-Star.
3-1 that, what?
It was 5-1 at one point. 5-1. Oh, that we're never going to go, was it? Come on, boys. Keep it clean. And it looks like Neil's just given position back to Sergeant Sam there, interestingly. But Laurentia leads out of the first sector. He's closely followed by the middle-age explosion that is Kid Dynamite. Marky Poo, the Hogenator, is in P3. Confetti Craig, the big jumper at the start here. The big mover. He's 4 places up from P8 to P4, all over the back of the Hodge. He's got a cracking run up the S's. Hodge looking twitchy straight away. Confetti on the racing line will get the better braking point, and he's already ahead of Hodge. P3 for Confetti. What a start from him.
Definitely had a good one.
Yeah.
Although never count out the Hodge. He's very tactical and he'll just sit there and wait.
He did. Well, it worked for him on Monday, of course. He did pick up the Tier 2 win on Monday, the first race of Season 9. He was the winner. Laurenti with the fastest lap, of course, the first person to complete the lap, so that's a given. Kaiser Soze lining up the back of Anthony and his weed machine. Anthony's gone defensive, but Mark is now looking vulnerable from both of them. Is Anthony going to make a move on Hodge? He does, but Hodge is sticking it around the outside. But Anthony, round turn 2, he did that to me on Monday in Tier 1, and he made it right then, and he's just done it to Hodge. Clearly got the bravery, and Soze's got a run on him too now.
Anton's on softs, Hodge is on hards.
Yeah, Hodge.
That could explain the bravery there.
That would. And now Kaiser Soze on the mediums has gotten moved on Hodge too. Good driving all rounds. And who's that behind Hodge? Is that Connor? Connor Hardy in the Mercedes making moves.
That's the Con Anaconda.
The Anaconda is up to P7 from his P9 start. That's the Mercedes power doing its job in that car for him.
Shouldn't it be really slow then?
Well, not with someone as good at the wheel as Connor. As we know, he's better than Jarno Watmir. Quick mention for Gav, he's up to P10. B17 just ahead of him, P9. We've got a safety car. Safety car?
Is it virtual?
It is virtual. We don't see an actual car. So, for those who aren't familiar, drivers have to drop down to 1/3 of their race pace. Yada, yada, yada. You guys know the drill by now. GRS Julian P13, he's a couple of places up from his slot as well. Saviour, is he trying a last to first challenge? He didn't put a quali lap in, he's currently up to P14. Let's have a quick look at his livery because we haven't had a chance to look yet. G-Star, drive-through penalty, speeding on the safety car. His
just as they've gone green as well.
His day's just gone from bad to worse. He's at the back of the field.
In the pit.
He is.
New
quick look at the tyres. Let's have a quick look at the tyres on the cars at the moment. So the majority of the field are going hard or going home. Just a small number of drivers on mediums and even smaller on softs. Just Anthony and Lorca still persisting. So yeah, just a quick mention. So MRC, as we know, is a mix of different driver abilities and pace in the tiers. We've actually got something this season to mix up MRCX. So there's going to be different formats to the races this season. So normally we'd have just a standard 18-minute quali followed by the 50% race distance. This season, however, there's going to be a slight bit of variation on that. So today we have that normal format, but next week in America we will have an 18-minute qualifying followed by a race of Formula 2 cars. Of course, all equal in ability, and that will be extremely exciting to see. The following week, Brazil, we will be doing back to the normal cars as we have here, but 100% race distance at Sao Paulo. Just what we love to see. The following week, there'll be a sprint race format at Abu Dhabi, and then we will have a race at Portimao in Portugal, which will be a reverse grid of championship order in realistic cars as well. So that is all to look forward to. Which of those are you looking forward to, Sim? Because they all sound exciting, don't they?
Yeah, F2 was quite a challenge last season, although I do believe F2 qualifying's half an hour.
Yeah, you only get, I think, 1 or 2 sets of tyres, so...
You get one.
Yeah, that's a bit of a weird one.
It's 3 laps of fuel every time you go out. You can't set your fuel. It's 1 set of tyres, so you're better off actually sitting in the pits and waiting towards the end.
Yeah.
Get the better of the track. But yeah, the F2 it mixes things up quite a bit. So I'm quite looking forward to that. Oh, Laurenteur's just lost it.
He has. Stadium. Dynamite takes the lead. Laurentia has just lost it, unfortunately, as you see there. He's dropped to P4. He's now got Kaiser Soze just behind him. And the thing is, Dynamite's just at the fastest lap. Was Kid just putting a bit too much pressure on him? Huge shame, but he'll tuck in behind Kaiser Soze and go for an attack, I'm sure.
What else have we got? The 100% are always interesting.
Yes.
Not so sure I'd want to drive one though.
I'll be putting my name down. I'm sure there'll be an abundance of people wanting to go for it.
The sprint races are quite good. I mean, we did that for the charity race.
We did, yes, in España. I believe I won that race.
You certainly did.
Humble brag. We've got definitely Connor and Mark fighting, by the way. Connor and Mark fighting hard into turn 4. Connor on the inside. Mark, as you said previously, on the hard tyres, clearly struggling for that initial bit of grip and bite. But we have Blindy Chrome versus Blindy Chrome, fighting for P6 and 7.
Not that they particularly need to fight anyway, because one's elite, one's challenger.
Of course, as you rightly mentioned there, we have the 2 different tiers within the race, so it's one race, just like you get in World Endurance. You've got the Hyperclass, the LMP ones, the sports cars, etc. You've got 10 drivers for elite and 9 today for challenger. Or was it 9 and 10 either way?
It was right, yeah, 9 challenger.
So you could, in theory, for example, Connor's in the challenger tier, as is Kaiser Soze, either of those could win their tier by coming 11th or 10th, weirdly. Or they could come second and still win. It's a very complicated matter. So, of course, that adds an extra dynamic of, do you fight someone in the same tier as you, or someone in a different tier as you? Connor having an inside move on Hodgie. Easy pass with DRS.
I mean, I could see why he's wanting to do it, because Kaiser Soze is actually leading the challenger at the moment.
He is. Kaiser Soze is about 4 seconds up the road from him. Actually, no, he's not alive. He's close on that.
I believe it is 10 challenger, 9 elites, because one of the elites isn't in.
Yeah, they unfortunately didn't check in or reply.
Oh no, Julian's out.
Yeah, he's in the pit lane though. I hate to say it, but it's a pit lane retirement for the DRS drag monster that is Julian. So he's obviously had an issue with something. It might be his settings, it might be something else. But that means that we have 18 runners left in the race. Dynamite is currently a race leader and is in the final section of the lap. He's got 3.5 seconds to this man, Confetti Krieg, whose name is actually Alex, by the way. Don't know where he got Confetti Krieg from, but, you know, he seems like a nice enough chap.
Another Alex, as if we haven't got enough of them in the league.
Alex Giesecke, Alex the Confetti Krieg, don't know his surname, apologies, I will learn it. Alex Izerek, the man from Qatar. Who else have we got that's called Alex? I swear there's a couple more.
I swear there is as well, but my mind's just gone blank.
We need to make a ban. No more Alexes, okay? We've got 3 very good Alexes in those guys, and I'm sure there's some more that are very good that are in the league.
Confetti Krieg is Alexander Grob.
Grob, there we go. I think, Gassian might be an Alex as well, you know. I think Gassian's an Alex.
He is Alexander Weiser.
Yes, I remembered Gassian, another very quick driver as well. So, if your name's Alex and you want to join the league, find another league, please.
Or change your name.
Go to see the local legal person and change your name by default. Because we can't house any more Alexes. Become Dave or Barry. We haven't got any Barrys yet. Anyway, speaking of people we have got, we've got a Laurentier being chased by Kaiser Soze, you know. Soze's giving him something to think about. And Connor's catching as well. By the way, he's only 1.3 wide, but Connor's going very wide at the exit of, is that turn 10? I think it is. So Connor's got some pace.
Lose track.
Yeah, losing track indeed. Mark is sticking with them as well. And who's this? Woomax. So first and second in tier 2 was Mark and Woomax on Monday. They're fighting each other on track again now. This could be interesting to see if they have a repeat of Monday.
It certainly could.
Both on the high tyre. Lorpy's pitting, by the way.
Mark will probably be glad that he's not sat behind me for lap after lap again.
Oh, he shows some very good pace, to be fair, my friend. So
I think he got fed up of seeing the red of the Ferrari wing.
Well, maybe, just like a bull in real life, he saw the red and it made him angry and pursued him into pushing harder. Speaking of pushing harder, Saviour, you're in P11, lad. I expect first or nothing from you, lad. Get on with it. Come on, Alex.
Because I was on a party with him and I said to him, if you get the chance, just go for it. You know, you don't have to sit there. And he's like, well, every time I do, you get really good traction out of final corner and I can't catch you.
That sounds like a him problem, not a you problem.
It was fun. We had a laugh.
Aye. So
Confetti Krieg's going slow.
Confetti Krieg's lost it. He's had a moment, big time. He's just dropped down. Just seen that Anthony's up to P2. So he's got front wing damage. Look at the front left end plate. If you can. We're coming through into the stadium section. The front left end plate's definitely gone somewhere.
Certainly has.
And so that means Anthony on the soft tyres is up to P2. Dynamite has now got 7.5 seconds. And Anthony, as we know on the soft tyre, is going to have to pit soon. The soft tyre just does not last. Neil picking up 3 seconds. Keep it steady. There's a long way to go. And there's just a late safety car like tier 2. You might lose position.
Confetti's not paid.
No.
I wonder if he's hoping he can keep it going.
worth a gamble.
It is, because 8 laps is a little bit early to be dropping off the mediums.
Yes, we've got something going on in the final sector between Neil and...
We've got a safety car.
We have. Neil and Single Striker has been exchanging some positions in the final sector under safety car, bit of a weird one. Anywho, it's only a virtual again though, so no backing up the pack. Drivers reduced to 1/3 pace. Jackster is in the pits. Neil corner cutting 3 seconds, then 5 seconds.
That's an unusual
That's
one. I wonder
weird.
if the stewards will be looking at that one.
Oh, and then 5 seconds in the
pit lane.
And then he's retired. I think he's just had enough.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I think
safety car's over already. On board with Laurentier, he's just gone flying past Anthony, who looks like he got caught out by the safety car, and then...
It's showing safety car to me.
Oh! I saw DRS enables. And what's weird is Ant and Laurentier have just exchanged positions a couple of times. Now Ant's dropped behind Connor, Soze and Mark. What's going on? Have we got some issues here?
I think Ant may have lost it, because he's right.
Oh no,
back
I was on board with him. He just pulled over to let them through. Laurentier's got a 5-second penalty for ignoring Leo flag. As is Soze, is Hodgie about to get the same, because they've just picked up a 5-second penalty for absolutely no reason. And as I saw there, Anthony just let them through, so clearly there's some Delta glitch going on of some form. Have you got safety cars still on your screen? Because on mine they're saying safety car, but they look like they're just going for it. DRS is... Ant has left the session. We're on board with him.
No safety car anymore.
Yeah, so there was a glitch, definitely. Okay.
Back
this
to
game,
racing.
Yep, this game never ceases to amaze us, of course.
So Laurentier is now 12.5 seconds behind Kid Dynamite.
He's back
Kid is looking a little bit comfortable up there.
Yes,
Maybe we need a full safety car to bunch it up and put him under pressure.
Well, here's the thing. Tier 2 on Monday, Gav called rather remarkably, lap 29 there'll be a safety car.
Oh, I remember.
Bang on, and, you know, he called it bang on. So, Simba, another of our lovely commentators, predict when the safety car is going to be, and if it happens bang on, I'll do a shilly tonight and I'll post a video live in the group.
I'm not going to curse anybody, to be fair.
That's beneficial for me too, thank you.
Because that safety car on lap 29 kind of stuffed my race a little bit. Because I was on a really good stint catching up. Because I'd done the hards at the beginning, was mediums at the end. I was looking like probably P4. And because of the penalty I had, it put me P6 at the end because of the bunch pack.
Oh, nightmare that. But so what's not a nightmare? The helicopter cam at the end of the first sector, by the way, I was watching Kaiser Soze. Helicopter cam from between 3 and 4 all the way down to 6 and 7. That's a stunner. I mean, we're looking at Kaiser Soze's eye-blindingly blue and purple car, but this helicopter cam is it's doing bits. I like it.
It's definitely quite nice. Oh, the Hodgie is all over the back of Connor now. Or as Connor would say, in his honour, I'm going to say, he's up his chuff.
Chuff. Connor, where are you going, lad? He's gone off track so far. He's off to Mexico. Well, he's in Mexico. He's off to America. Damn it. I've been sent a message
next week. Calm down.
I've just been sent a message from someone to say cat on road because we're seeing cat on track. So you know who you are that's just said that. I'll leave that there. Connor in the Mercedes. He's going on a venture all the way up from, what was he, P10 at the start? He's up to P4 on his little venture. Connor's venture, we'll call it today. Connor's venture into the unknown. He's 5 positions up, yeah, P9 to P4. Save is up to 9th from the back of the grid. So lots of movers and shakers here. Who's impressed you so far, Mr. Simba? Because obviously we've got lots of progression through the field.
Well, I would say Saviour, but he's a tier 1 driver. I expect it from him, to be fair.
Oh yeah,
I think currently I'm going to go with Kaiser Soze and Connor. They're running P3 and P4 in a race of mixed tiers.
Deserves a bit of respect. Let's put some respect on the backs of Kaiser Soze and Connor Hamilton. If we see Connor make a move, I'll say through goes Hardyton. He'll hate me for it, but I'm doing it.
I don't think he's watching the stream, because if he'd heard the Connor Hamilton, he'd probably crashed.
Well, if he'd heard you say Connor's going to bin it because he's in a Mercedes, I think he's definitely not listening. But when he watches back later, and we know he'll watch back, he will absolutely love us for it.
I'm expecting an abusive message in your direction. For calling him Connor Hamilton.
Well, you know what? I'm about to do a different one on the next straight, because a certain Hodgie is all the chuff of the Chuffmeister Connor himself, and Hodgie does like Hamilton, so if Hodgie makes a move, I will say said phrase in a way which, you know, Hodgie would enjoy. So Hodgie, get on with it, because I'm not going to watch you forever. I'm going to find someone else to watch, because there's plenty going on here. Ooh, tell you what, he got right on Connor's chuff there. Hodgie's listening. Hodgie's doing as he's told. Good boy. From this camera angle, that rear ring does look teal rather than blue. I'm saying it now. It's definitely a Mercedes-Benz that Connor is in. Is he going to do a boss ass and let Hamilton through?
God. He's not Valtteri Bottas.
Oh, I like the reference you just made there. If you know, you know. But Rumax is also getting a bit feisty, wanting a little toe fetish on the back of those two as well. We don't appreciate toes around here though. But Connor, very twitchy out the final corner. Is he within DRS range of Soze? No, but here comes Hodgie. Actually, Connor's got DRS too. He's got better straight line speed than Hodge, because look at Hodge dropping back. Wow.
Yeah, he really has got better straight line speed by nearly 10 mile an hour.
Connor was using that ERS very aggressively there, whereas Hodgie wasn't. Does Connor have the power out of turn 3? Connor's gone very wide! Can Hodge get close enough? I don't think he's going to get a move done into 4. This 4-man fight here is looking tasty. This is the fight for P3, 4, 5 and 6.
And Womack is just biding his time there, waiting for a sniff. And Connor's just got himself 3 seconds.
Connor's not behaving. Connor behaving badly. It's like men behaving badly, but worse.
That makes it 6 seconds for him now.
Oh, Connor,
but Kaiser Soze's got 5 as well, so...
Let's have a quick penalty review here. So, 5, 5, 6 for second, third, fourth. Mark going... Sorry, Connor going very well. Connor, keep it on track, son. I love you, but I can't take penalties off you. You pick up penalties, lad. They're permanent. They're for life. Lorenzio with 8 seconds of penalty now. That's going to get him at the end.
It really is. Although he'll serve the 5 when he pits, I'm assuming.
In fact, Connor's pissing. That car that Womack's got has got the red or orange, green colour car. Is that red? Or is it orange? Is it red?
It looks red to me, but...
It's almost a throwback to the Mazda 787B livery from the World Endurance Series, the endurance cars. That's what that looks a little bit like to me, you know. He's going to have the move on Hodge though.
Earlier Gran Turismo games, it was on there, wasn't it?
I loved that car, you know. It just made a screaming howl that I could not ever get out of my head. So, Saviour's having a bit of a play with B17 and Night Shadow. Gavin will be absolutely nursing a semi over the idea of chasing Saviour down.
This is why we call it X-rated comms.
This is X-rated comms on a Friday night. Saviour trying to run away from B17 and the Banshee. Banshee right at the back of B17. Oh, B17's gone! Oh, Carl, no! That was about to be the fight of a lifetime, and B17 just dropped it. It's a shame. And we've got a safety car again. It's only another virtual. Ah, no, Carl. He's got no front wing, so hopefully he can get round to the pits, change it under VSC.
He's not massively far away from the pits though, which is quite lucky for him.
Hopefully he won't lose too much time, but of course that has come at a bad time for him.
Laurentier and Kaiser have pitted.
This is the time for the medium runners to pit and put the hards on though, so it's not the worst timing.
And they're going to get a slightly cheaper pit stop as well because it's virtual.
Exactly. Connor, who's just made a pit stop, will be absolutely dying inside right now. So let's have a quick look at liveries again. So have you had a little chance to have a little flick through some El Marchio.
There's a few interesting ones out there. I like Hodges, especially with it being a bit different to his normal. We don't need sunglasses as much for that one.
Well, you say that, if the sun reflects on it a bit too much, then you would.
Compared to his bright yellow chrome that he normally has.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Tell you what, Abu Dhabi, when he had that, was absolutely painful. I was sat behind him on track at one point, and I couldn't see.
Gav's Victorian looking one is quite nice.
Yeah, I still really like G-Stars and Confetti Crease, you know, the gold and red. I really like that. Just with G-Star at the moment, P15.
I like Confettis.
I think Confettis looks really nice. G-Stars is really nice.
Although I think Confettis should have saved his for next week when we are in America. Although
I
we're
agree.
in F2, so he can't run it.
I agree with that.
That's his problem. I think that's probably why he's run it now.
Saviours is nice, but it's too much Manchester United. And I will not tolerate this, Saviour. But your girlfriend made it, so I can say it's okay. It's not. Or is that like an old school Bayern Munich kit with black and red? Let's go with that instead. It sounds better than Manchester United. Yeah, feels sick.
That was an interesting glitch.
What have you just had?
I was on trying to watch E17, and it was showing me Uncle Sam's car.
They're definitely different people. Last time I checked.
Yeah, definitely. I like single tracks, but I do have a bit of a soft spot for that old Jordan.
Oh yeah, it's a lovely livery, but as much as I like it, he has ran it a few times before. Same goes for Neil. I wouldn't be able to give it to Neil because he's ran it before. I think I'm favouring either G-Star or Night Shadow, you know, because you made a good point that as nice as Confetti's is, America's next week, lad, and Spain's long ago, so it can't be those.
I mean, I see why he's running it this week.
Yeah,
because he can't run it next week.
Yeah, it's a fair point. Tell you what, I'll let you pick out of G-Star, Connor, because I like the Mercedes, and Night Shadow. Oh, G-Star's gone very deep at turn 1. I'll let you pick. Yeah. Oh, and Jackster. We'll include Jackster in the mix as well, because I quite like his as well, you know.
Let me have a quick look at Jackster's.
Jackster's is that sort of alternate Mercedes, McLaren Mercedes kind of look.
Oh, the old school West McLaren.
You know what? I'm favouring Jackster, you know, suddenly.
For me personally, I think I'm going to go for G-Star because I do like that old school Jordan look.
G-Star? Jordan?
It looks like the 96 Jordan does that.
Yeah, you know
the
what?
gold with the red.
Let's go with it. The livery of the day. G-Star Snipes, aka Ben. The man from the orange country of the Netherlands. In the gold and red car, you are the livery of the day. Congratulations. Back to racing. Mr. Dynamite has pitted the hards. He's right behind Rumax, who's right behind El Hodgenator in P1. So could we see a little battle between these guys?
That's how much of a lead he had.
That's how much of a lead he had.
And it was only 1.5 seconds behind the leader.
Yes.
He's literally sat there looking at the two people in front of him.
But the reason he had such a lead is if you've just got the fastest lap graphic up, just a quick look at that. His fastest lap is miles faster than the next fastest lap. He did 19.5. Saviour's the next fastest man with a lap of a 20.0, and he's down in 8th. Hodgie and Wumax are both at mid-21s. Same with Night Shadow. So no one's come close to him in terms of lap times.
Although bear in mind that obviously the front two are on hards, he was on the mediums. So their lap times are going to improve.
Oh, 100%. But that's why Hodgie and Wumax have been caught up by Dynamite.
El Dynamite is just ridiculously quick.
El Dynamite. Oh, that's more. Oh, Hodgie's gone! Oh no, Hodgie!
Hodgie!
What's he done? No, Marky, no. Oh no, let's not do this. Let's not do this. Oh no, Mark!
That was so unlucky.
Oh no, Mark! And he's got a penalty for track limits. He's really not happy right now. No, Hodge. Oh no, back to the front. That means Wumax takes the lead of the race and does still into pit. He's got Dynamite just behind him. Dynamite right now is in a class of his own.
Yeah, and he's only going to keep getting stronger.
That's a big fear for the rest of us normal simple human beings, unlike
Could
Dynamite,
we
who
be
we know is a
seeing another
robot.
domination series, but from a different driver? Like we
Here
saw
we go.
with J Sarge, triple champion,
Here comes Dynamite for the race lead. Well,
got the three
retaking
on the
what is
bounce.
his. I think we could see, because he's won X before. He was the first winner of X. He's won Tier 1 now. Is he going to go for this year of retaining the Tier 1 title? The only person to have retained the title in MRC is J Sarge. Is he going to retake his X title and do a saviour and win both in 1 year? So win 3 titles in a row effectively? Because
I mean,
he
probably
could do
the only
that.
reason he's the only one to retain is because traditionally people used to move tiers.
Correct. But
So we have had back-to-back champions like Bergen and Calvin.
yes, both did Tier 3 to Tier 2.
But yeah, J Sarge is the only one to win them on the bounce in the same tier.
And yourself and Saviour both need mentioning because you've both won your respective tier and X in the same season as well. Both of you have done that. Which needs a fair bit of respect, and he's putting on some names there for that. Humble brag for yourself there. Own it.
Yeah, I mean, you need to get yourself on track as well because you were very close in that first season.
I lost out by 1 bloody point. I'm still bitter about that. And if that glitch hadn't happened where Hodge got took out, who knows what would have happened?
That was a nail-biting finish, was that?
I'm still upset about that. Because we had a race restart and that's what cost me. But anyway, Hodgie is still a very, very deserving winner. And I love him to pieces.
But that shows the level of respect between the drivers that you go, no, that's not right. Let's restart it. We've got a title on the line here.
Yeah, I mean...
I'm not going to take the easy win.
No, and tell you what, like, I don't regret it for a single day. But I do need to somehow find myself a title. But how can I win Tier 1 when you've got the likes of Kid Dynamite? Let's be honest. Dean, I maintain he's good enough for F1 Esports. He tells me he's not, but I maintain he is. The pace he's on, he's less than half a second off of the pole time in esports sometimes. Like, surely he's not far from it.
I think if he had more time for it, he might be able to get there. And he got a bit of a family going on as well, so I don't think he's got enough time for it.
That's the thing. I was saying this earlier to someone actually. He is a genuinely all-round good bloke and a family man, and still managed to find the time to help others in the league and then go and smash it himself on a Monday every single week.
But these esports guys, it's like their only career for some of them.
They're robots.
They spend hours and hours and hours just doing laps on a track. It's like most of us don't have the time for that. We get an hour here and there for practice and then a race. They'll spend what, 30-40 hours if not more practicing for one race.
That's a good point actually. So obviously every week, we've got practice sessions and races, etc. How much time do you devote a week? I know you're a busy man, you've got family and job yourself, how much time a week do you devote to sim racing and practice, etc., including the race, of course?
Well, race is what, with qualifying, hour 15?
Yeah, about that
on average, and then I tend to do 2 practice sessions. It's very rare I do more than that.
So you're saying probably about 3.5 hours?
I was doing 3 practice sessions last season because I was racing on Wednesday, so I was doing the Tuesday. But this season it'll be literally Thursday, Sunday. If I get time for an hour here and there, then fair enough. But
see, I personally, so season 5 and 6 when I first was in this league, I was doing 5-6 hours a week, including the race. Season 7, I dropped it down to about 2 hours of practice a week. This season, and last season I stepped up a bit because I was adamant to learn the new game and get on top of it. This season I've decided, as you said, I want to win something, so I've started putting in more. I'm on about 7-8 hours of practice a week, and then there's the race on top of that. So if it doesn't work out, then I'm officially rubbish. But I do know that there are some people who do spend an awful lot of time practicing every week. Martin, for example, briefly mentioned him here with his lovely Jordan livery. Martin genuinely has said in the past he'll set a couple of practice 50% races, each of which come up to an hour in length, various practice sessions he takes part in too. I'd imagine Martin's probably about 5-6 hours a week at least, which is quite a considerable amount of time, really.
Well, take your teammate for example.
But Bergen's on it every bloody day. Bergen's absolutely
when he first
grafting.
joined the league, he was down for tier 4.
He was.
Before he even got a seat, he was moved to tier 3. And he's on it, 9-10 o'clock in the morning till about 3 o'clock.
Whenever he's not got his daughter or not at work, because obviously he's a good dad and does look after his kids, to be fair to him. But when he's not got his daughter and when he's not at work, he's on F1.
It was pretty much he'd drop his daughter off at school and then he's on F1 till he picked him up. But it's paid off for him because he's gone from tier 4 to tier 1 in the space of about 2 seasons.
Three seasons. He won tier 3 at the first attempt. In his first full season, he won tier 3. Then he won tier 2 the following season. His last season was his third season, and he came 9th in tier 1. I was 8th as his teammate. I beat him. Humble brag. Very humble brag. This season is his 4th season, and I've already told him I expect him to be pushing the top 5 in tier 1. I think he's good enough for that. But he is an example of if you put the work in. The same goes for Calvin, spends a lot of time on Fanning, and Ryan spend a lot of time on here. I know that Lorpy's quite good at betting a lot of time into practice sessions, to be fair to him. So's SW. Actually, SW in tier 1, we know how quick he is over a single lap. He's another one that's on the game a hell of a lot of the time, practicing a lot of time, improving these time trial times, getting to qualifying pace nailed down. And it pays off, because obviously we see him very often running at the front end of tier 1. It's usually accidents that cost him.
I mean, if I had a bit more time, yeah, maybe I might do a few more hours, but I'll just take it steady this season.
Yeah, you're in a new tier. It's still a relatively new game. You know, you're stepping up a notch in the older difficulty. So, yeah, something to be said for that.
I've achieved my goal last season. Since I joined, my goal was always a championship. So this season's for fun.
Oh, that's the ultimate goal, is just to enjoy it. So, speaking of another champion who just enjoys racing, Saviour's P5 now. He's pitted, so he's on the right strategy. So I'd imagine Wumax and Night Shadow would drop behind him. I'd imagine, based upon the gap between himself and those guys. So he's now net P3, is Saviour, having started at the back. I don't think, unless there's any late action, he's going to catch Laurentia or Dynamite. In the Challenger tier, however, Night Shadow does need to pit. There's currently P4 leading that category. Kaiser Soze and Connor, relatively close on track, only a few seconds between them. They are fighting with Gav for the... Connor, where are you going, lad? Connor just went to Canada, was that far off track. Blimey, Connor. I know you don't like me and my Mercedes comments I've thrown at you, but mate, where are you going?
I think somebody's told him about the comments, that's it, his mind's gone.
Oh.
Kid is just in a league of his own. Just looking at penalties. Yeah, Gav should easily be leading that tier then.
Well, hold on, how far is he ahead of Soze? He's only 12 seconds ahead of Soze. Soze's pitted, Gav hasn't, so he'll drop behind Connor.
Oh yeah, 25 laps on the hards, wow. Yeah.
See, I did 27-28 on Monday, and that was waiting for the rain. The hard tyre can go at least 30 laps. It can definitely get to about 32 laps if you were to want to. So Gav's got some life on those tyres yet, as long as he's not gone too crazy. But then again, he is
by
Scottish.
20 laps.
He is Scottish, so he could go crazy. We're at 20 laps. Is that what you got? Wumax is. Let's put some respect on Wumax as well here. He's just completed his 26th lap on that tyre. He's still going strong.
Yeah, 21 laps. I had no turning left.
Really? Myself, Saviour, and Confetti Craig were fighting hard. Oh, Jax has had a moment. Where's he gone?
In the S's. Full safety.
Full safety car. There he is on the. Ooh, he's lost in a weird place. This is going to play with the hands of Wumax because actually from here you could debate putting either another set of mediums on or even a soft. And you know who's listening to that? Hodgie is putting a soft on. He's getting on a softie. Ends the race.
I think Gav's going to put a softie on as well.
If you're Wumax or Night Shadow right now, you are laughing. This has come at the really perfect time for them to exploit their long run on the hard tyre.
I think single track will probably go for a softie as well.
Yeah, to be fair, yeah, he's been on that tyre for 23 laps, so following that first stage of the race incident, well, mate, I don't know, it was a safety car, he put in the safety car, didn't he? That was it. Since then, he's obviously been on the hard. Yeah, he had
a broken wing, so he pitted.
Yeah, completely understandable.
Because he'd started on the soft, I believe.
That
got mediums.
I mean, it's safer. You can push harder on the mediums. We've got Wumax, Laurentier, and Kid Dynamite are all coming in. What's Dynamite going to put on? He's gone medium as well. Wumax is in, and he's got a soft. Interesting. What is Laurentier popping on? Laurentier's gone medium as well. So, interesting to see the mixing options. What's Gav going to pop on? What's Gav popping? He's popping soft.
I'd personally go soft because you're going to be under safety car for a couple of laps.
That's if you've got a brand new soft available. If it's a scrubbed set, you don't want to do it. Saviour goes soft.
Most of them only got 2 runs tops though.
Yeah, Saviour didn't qualify, so he's definitely got brand new ones. Confetti Craig, he's gone medium. Everyone else backwards has gone medium, apart from Geke Matthews on the soft. Interestingly, Keita Soze didn't pit. He's on the hards, he didn't pit.
That's a brave choice. He's going to be absolutely gobbled up by the soft runners. I mean, I know myself, Gav is a very quick guy. When he gets his mind into it and don't get unlucky, he is super quick.
He can be. And that's the thing, like, I truthfully believe every single driver in MRC has got enough pace in them on their day to really have a fight in the contention with anyone else on their day, with the exception of anyone who's fighting Kid Dynamite. That's where there's always an exception to the rule, and Kid Dynamite, to quote what Jay Sive said in Discord literally like a week or so ago, which was, can we have the old Kid Dynamite back who started at the back and just had a little mess around and didn't really try? Can we have him back? Because this version that actually wants to win things, it's not fair. The rest of us are just here just to humble and make up the numbers whilst you win.
I think he's always wanted to win things, but I remember him saying that on F1 2021 he really struggled to get used to the elite settings. It was the hardest game he'd had to get used to it. Kaiser Soze has just pitted, which is an unusual choice.
He's pitted at the worst possible time because he's now going to drop right down to the back with everyone, well, we'll see right to the back, fairly far back. He's popped the soft on as well. Let's see where he's going to come back out because, well, actually, he's got away with that. He'll drop to P8. He probably would have been 5th or 6th, maybe, but he'll drop to P8. He'll just, is he going to beat Anthony? Yeah, he's going to go ahead of Anthony and Co.
But from what I understand, this game is a lot easier on the elite settings than what it was on the last one.
100% agree with you there.
I've had a quick dabble with the no traction on this game. I mean, I started with it, but I was too off the pace, so I went back to having traction so I could challenge. I do keep having a dabble without it in practice sessions, and it does seem a lot easier. So I think at some point I'll probably return to not using it.
I've found
Gav there.
Gav's just had a moment, big one as well. He's gone rounds 6 and 7. He's just thrown away a potential race win for the Challenger tier.
I'm not convinced he didn't get hit then. Because I was on board with him and his car jerked.
I would hate to speculate about something as significant as a collision. I hate to do it. One thing, by the way, Geke is ahead of D-Star, but a lap down. If Geke was to go off track and let G-Star through, for example, G-Star would be a very happy man, I'm sure. The safety car is still continuing. It's not coming in this lap. We have got 3 cars not quite with the pack, which is Single Track, G-Star and Geke. I think base 17 is, yeah, he's in the middle of the pack. Have we got another car pitting? Lawrence's pitting. Maybe your comment about someone hitting Gav, could that be why Lawrence is pitting? Has he just picked up some wing damage?
It's
no, that's far
possible.
too quick. That's far too quick a pit stop to be wing damage. He's just changed for a soft. Why has he done that? That's a weird time to pit. He's coming out behind G-Star. Single Track's pitting for a soft as well. This is bizarre. They're both pitting suddenly in a very...
I mean, I suppose if you're right at the back, you've nothing to lose anyway. For Single Track, he is the last of the leading pack. So he's nothing really to lose by going onto the soft and being faster. But Laurentier, yeah, it does seem a bit of a weird decision because he was a lot higher up the pack.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll see if his 1 lap pace is anything to go by and he can fight, he's going to get up there.
They should be. Safety cars should be in this lap unless Cody's do have a lovely glitch in store for us. We will have 6 laps of racing to go to the end. Pop your comments in the YouTube chat who you think is going to win if you are supporting a friend, watching because you're an avid MRC lover, or just a fellow racer and want to put your 10p's worth of comments in. Pop it in there now.
There's always a 10p.
Mandy said 26, lap 26 for the safety car and Sherry Challenge. Was it lap 26? I think you might be right there,
27,
Mandy,
I think.
Oh, I'll tell you what, Mandy. I was close. It was good, but it's not quite Carling in this case. Unfortunately. Right, so middle-aged explosions.
For some drivers,
to...
it might have been lap 26.
We look at the lead lap. I'm claiming that. Dynamite, when are you going to go, Sunshine? Or Dad Shine, because you're old. He's gone early. The dad's gone early. Oh, Uncle Sam and Night Shadow had a collision. 5-second penalty for Night Shadow. I'm sure we'll hear about that in Shooting later. The less of now, the better. Dynamite running away on those medium tyres. Can Wumax trouble him though? Ilian Wumax in the red conglomeration of colours there is on a faster tyre. We know how good Dynamite is, but Wumax is on a faster tyre.
This will really show how elite Mr. Dynamite is if he can fend him off and build the lead.
Indeed. Of course, we saw Saviour and Mark on Monday take the Tier 2, so Tier 1 and Tier 2 wins. Both of them now P3 and P4. They are now back in the mix for the overall win today. So could either then be a repeat?
Though, so they need to get past.
Yes. Could we see a repeat winner? We have got a collision at the back. It looks like Night Shadow's had a moment with someone. Was it Single Track? He's just got past him. We now see Laurentier get past him, and behind him is Lorpy, also looking very fighty. What's happened to Gav? He was at the front doing very well, and now it looks like everything that could go wrong has. Lorpy having a look in the inside of him in the stadium section. Breaks early. Gav continues ahead in P11. Let's just cut back to the front again. Kid Dynamite not pulling away from Ilian of Wumax, who's also got Saviour in close quarters as well. So, Hodgie being attacked hard by Confetti Krieg. Confetti looks up the inside. Hodgie's hung it out deep around the outside. That gives him the line for turn 2. But has it compromised him for 3? Confetti doesn't get the traction. Mark lives to fight another day on those soft tyres. Who are you watching, Mark?
Pretty much the same battle you were watching, to be fair.
Gav with a 5-second penalty. What's going on with Gav?
Like he's having a few issues.
Something isn't right there, because that's not like Gav to pick up so many penalties. I think he must be an angry boy. Something happened on the safety car. I think he's a bit frustrated. We'll leave him be for the time being. Sergeant Uncle Sam, he's had a quiet race. He had some great pace on Monday, but he's had a bit of a quiet one today. What's going on with Sergeant Sam? Have you seen anything with him, or is he just caught up in the wrong battles holding him up?
I think he's probably just caught in the wrong battles.
Yeah, I think you must be right.
Ant, who's chasing down Kaiser Soze at the moment.
Yeah,
That seems to be one of the closest on track.
Dynamite just set the fastest lap of the race of 1:17.8 on a medium in race trim with no DRS. That's faster than some drivers set in qualifying on softs with DRS. And
I
with
only
less fuel on board.
17.4 in qualifying. That guy is just an alien. That
Are
is
we
illegally
confirming
quick.
this? Are we confirming this, that Kid Dynamite in the bronze and silver machine is a AI creation? Because he's dropping Remax now.
He is something
Seriously
to do with
quick.
17.8
on
mediums with no DRS.
By the way, I did 17.8 in practice on mediums, but I had DRS. He had no DRS there. So, he's done that without the DRS, which I'm going to say is probably worth about a second a lap. For the
We're going to have to call Kid Dynamite the MRC GOAT.
He is the greatest of all time. He is. Speaking of fellow greatness in MRC, Saviour, one of our champions, he won Season 7 Tier 1 and Season 7 MRC X Elite. He is all over the back of Remax. DRS is enabled. So, coming onto the main straight, can Saviour take P2 on track? Let's see. I'm just going to pop the penalty data on the screen just so you can see how much time Saviour needs to find when he gets this move done. He's flying past. No point defending that for Remax. Saviour's just got the DRS open, far too much speed. Takes position into turn 1. Candy from a baby just after Halloween. Will Saviour now pull that 3-second gap? He needs to take second place on the road. Who else is fighting? Confetti fighting hard with the Hodge. Looks like Confetti's just got the move done on Hodgie.
Something's going on with Gav, Lorpy, G-Star and Uncle Sam.
Oh dear.
That was a bit of a mental moment.
I've just missed it. Just saw Anthony making a move on Kaiser Soze for P6.
But like, Uncle Sam had a bit of a drift going on. Gav ran wide, then chaos ensued at turn 2.
Oh, G-Star has just retired. I've just caught it on the stream. G-Star has retired from the session. Oh, it's a shame
about
for
to say
him.
they're all back up and running.
G-Star, I'm not sure what's happened there for Ben. But, he had a very busy race. Dynamite now coming around to start his penultimate lap.
Not a lot happening further back now. It's all seemed to have gapped out a little bit. Oh, see, Ant's finally made it past Kaiser Soze. I watched that battle for a couple of laps, thinking it'll happen. No, move away from it, it happens.
Yeah, I'm guilty of that. Remax sticking with Saviour. Saviour needs to pull a 3-second delta to Remax to keep that P2. And it looks to me like he's not going to do it. Remax is, of course, a very quick driver. Just behind them, Confetti, Craig and Mark, both on 6-second penalties. Within 6 seconds of them, Single Track, Kaiser Soze and Ant are all within their delta. So Confetti and Mark need to really get a shift on, or they're going to drop from 4th and 5th down to 7th and 8th, potentially.
Yeah, and that's pretty much all elite tier up there as well.
It is.
Barring Kaiser Soze.
Soze looking like he's going to take the Challenger win here, and will become P5, I believe, after penalty application, of course. So, Dynamite has started his final lap. We'll ride with him. If you keep an eye out for any battles, we'll ride with Dynamite on his potential victory tour lap. So,
Ant's on a late charge. He might be getting Hodgie into turn 1 here. He's got
let's have a look. Anton Hodge, we just missed it, unfortunately. But Ant has got some
massive
serious
straight
pace.
line speed there.
He's got a few little bit of latency issue with his connection, but you know, he's still going strong. Let's just quickly flick through actually. Who've we got fighting? Who we got? Doesn't look like there's any fights in track, so let's just take the helicopter cam through the middle sector with the El Gotamite, Kid Gotamite. He's had his Weetabix this morning, hasn't he? He's just turned up, smashed it out of the park again. The safety car came along to slow him down and make it a bit more challenging for him. He put the mediums on, which everyone else seemed to do the opposite and do the soft strategy. But praise be and rise, Sir Gotamite. This crowd will be very happy to see a familiar name winning, of course. But yeah, I'm getting deja vu. Dynamite winning races. That's just too comfortable for him, isn't it?
It is too easy for him on this game.
It really is. Dynamite takes the win. Second for Womack after Saviour's penalty. That was a weird one. The game glitched and Saviour just drove into the back of Dynamite. And takes P4. Soze P5. P6 for Confetti Krieg. 7th for Single Track in the Jordan. 8th for Hodgie in the end after the penalties applied. Lorenzier on his MRCX debut takes P9. Connor Hardy P10 on his MRCX debut. Not bad, although with the Challenger tier, that's Challenger tier P2. So fantastic. Sergeant Sam 11th, Night Charlotte 12th, Lorky 13th, B17, P14, and Gecko Matthews going to round off with a little weave or two in the final corner. Is he going to spin it over the line? No, it's a slow weave from Gecko to round off the grid. Little drive of the day nominations. It is a hard one. Who are you going for? The game said Saviour.
I'm going Kaiser Soze, I think.
Yeah, I'd agree with you on that. Kaiser Soze will get our driver of the day nomination. Feel free to let us know who yours is. We always love to hear everyone's opinions, of course. Although notable drives, of course, Dynamite, absolute dominance again. And obviously Saviour last to second. Last to second on track, finishing third after penalties. Not quite a last to first, but it's a pretty damn good going. Last to podium. So yeah, of course.
He drove well at least.
Oh, he did. Kaiser Soze taking the winning and challenger tier. Dynamite taking the elite tier win. Congratulations to both of them, and congratulations to all drivers taking part. Always good to see a good show on a Friday night and the X-rated stuff. We've just run through results, but feel free to have a look on the stream. Dynamite with the fastest lap, 17.8. You're illegal, mate. You're nearly a second faster than Saviour, who's the next fastest man. Settle down. Give the rest of us some hope, for crying out loud, lad. You know, the rest of us are just mere morsels in your reality. Thank you everyone for watching, though. We're back on Monday with some USA action. Yeehaw! There's an important thing to remember. Tier 1 and Tier 2 on Monday. Tier 2 kicking us off at 7 o'clock with Tier 1 following at 8:45. This is UK times. Then Wednesday we've got Tier 4 and Tier 3 action. Again, 7 o'clock and 8:45. Get involved. Join the Discord if you want to get freaky with us. But for the meantime, thank you, Simba, for your wonderful joining of me. And I'm sure we will see you all next week. Have a lovely evening, everyone. Goodbye.
Goodbye.